Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and that's my phone, and that's my vague digital rendering of what I want to do on this 20 by 24 by 2 inch canvas that you can see most of. And I'm kind of hoping you can see there's a chalk line from here to here to create the horizon. And I'm going to do the best I can to install a sky without tripping over my ladder too badly. I'm going to remove my phone and turn it around. I'll try and keep you abreast of what's going on as it goes on. I want to take some of my white Anita's metallic and make a much lighter blue metallic color. So I'm going to, the Venetian blue that was the original stain for this white is now going to be much whiter. And I did just grab a stir stick. And I keep thinking I should start with the darkest color, but I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm going to try and prop my phone up where I can see it. And I'm going to just put, some more white in there because I can't afford to have too little paint. And I can always use it at some other point. Let's see how far that blue goes. No, that's still a pretty nice light color. And it'll probably blend with the pink I want to throw in there a little bit easier too. So I'm going to do that also at the same time. I don't know what that is, or what that is, or what these are, but they're probably flakes of paint and they're probably coming off of me. So I'm going to put more of that Anita's white metallic with some pink in it. I'm going to put some hot orchid in it also. I think I'm also going to use a little bit of purple flash. Very little. That looks so green. That's amazing. I know that's blue. So let's see if I can pull this all this way. I don't know if you're going to see everything. My intention will be to add some more white metallic if I need to thin things out some. I think I'm just going to do that right now. Because it's very sheer, so I won't completely lose anything that I like. I'm just going to keep using and trying to spread my paint. And I'm going to spread it right over the edge right now. So I have something of a cohesive sky. I'm going to put a little more white metallic down there. I'm putting the hot orchid right on the white metallic so it doesn't immediately stain the canvas, which it's definitely likely to do. Paint flake alert. So I'm going to take my little areas that I probably don't need to fix because the Floetrol will level the paint. I want a little bit of yellow above the orange. I want none of those lumps at all. Come here, lump. I should have checked my bucket for my tweezers. I'm going to do it right now. Hopefully shake the water off. Come on, water, off you come. Whatever it is, it's very small. I got it. I might have a little bit of trouble covering my sides perfectly. I have more paint than I expected on here. And fortunately for me, some of it dripped over the top and I'm just using my spatula to integrate it. I could, at this point, even scrape a lot of things right off if I wanted to and rely on the staining process from the hot orchid. Pull my canvas over to my edge a little bit more. I'm hoping that those spatula marks will dry out, and I'm pretty sure they will, but for whatever reason I'm nervous about it right now. But they look pretty good, with the possible exception of right there on the edge of my canvas. You have to really hold the spatula delicately, especially when you start. I see something on there, don't I? I see another visitor that I want to remove. Up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's not Superman. Let's take my drips along the edges and just rub them in as I go. So I'm going to put a puddle and some golden hour metallic, and I'm not going to mind that there's a little bit of residual paint. Pretty sure yellow and orange will always make more orange. And I definitely want some of that down here. Now I don't know if I'll get to my trees today or ever, but I want to. Feels like I have something on the blade of my spatula. It's really important to keep your spatula blades clean so you don't get... Oh, and good news, these little marks, if you see them, they do actually go away. So I'm going to use some of the golden hour along with the color I mixed, which is just orange with a bunch of yellow in it. I call it Velveeta. And I spy with my little eye. Come here, hair. Yes, I don't know where it came from. I'm trying to get some more things out of my way so I can actually turn my canvas. And I want this above and below my landmass, which should go right down the center of that. Just rubbing in some drips along the edge. I don't often work on these larger canvases, but I have a few of them saved up, so it's time to start getting busy. It's a little bit of that light pink. And a little bit more of that hot orchid. I don't think I really would mind any clouds on my horizon. My only problem would be trying to reproduce them down below. Not even sure where my horizon is anymore. I think it disappeared. But I'm going to use some more of that golden hour, I think. And a little more of the white metallic from Anita's. I want to scrape off my spatula and use all the paint on there. It's so nice to know those little nubbies that are infractions in the canvas that catch the paint as I spatula swipe it on, that they dry flat because of the Floetrol. I'm trying to remember to go to both sides. Oh, another dog here. Be nice if I didn't pick that up on my spatula blade. If I have a little bit more paint on my spatula, I can certainly put a few clouds in my sky. And now it's almost time to get on with the rest of it, because that looks okay to me. I'm going to wipe off my orange. I may regret that. I might put a little bit of this paint right in here. Not because it needs it, but because I see dry canvas, which really will just dry and disappear. I think I'm going to do a little bit more of that down here. In my water area. I don't think there's going to be any blue in any water area in this. I eradicated my orange cloud. Oops. Well, let's make it a pink cloud. I might like it better anyway. Maybe just for grins, I ought to put a little tiny bit of that blue in here. It'll probably be gone if I put the land in anyway. But I kind of like the sound of it. I don't think there's going to be much left. I could stop right now. I don't need any land. I kind of like everything I've got just the way it is. I could show you that. Let's see what you can see before I start working on the next thing. I think I'm going to put my colors for my land into a shovel and dribble them. So that goes all the way up there and all the way down there. And I really wish that my camera could pull back more, but it's as pulled back as it can be. Just going to keep taking care of the drips when I see them on the edges, because they'll take off the paint from the day before or a couple days before. I pre-primed this canvas, as most of you will have figured out, and I'll put the link, because there's an instructional video on how to prime or pre-prime a landscape canvas. I'm going to try and just trust myself that I'm going to catch up later on whatever needs to be done to the sides and the bottom to make it cohesive with the rest of the painting. That ought to be interesting, I guess. Okay, so there's my shovel, and I'm going to use some Arteza turquoise that has metallic in it, some folk art color shifting green gold, some dioxazine purple that's not really coming out very well. Oh, come on. I've got some other purple here, which looks like I'm going to be using it. I wanted some actual turquoise. There's some turquoise. some Chrysocolla, which is actually perfect for this. I see that thing that does not belong. I see those things that do not belong. I gotta check myself for potential problems with flaking. There's no Head and Shoulders gonna take care of this problem though. What else? I'm not sure anything else. I'm gonna try and remember where my line was. I'm gonna put some more green gold in there because I can, sort of thing. And I'm gonna start I'm just going to start. Gosh, I'm nervous today. This might be the only painting I do too. Been thinking about it for a while. So that went right over the side nicely. And I'm going to scrape that out in a second. I'm going to go the wrong way first. If I need more, I'll put more in. Oh, nice color combination. Really vibrant figures. Alright, I've got 2 minutes left to tell you guys that I do sell my artwork. And you can find my email address in that regard underneath the link tree. I'm going to use as much paint out of my spatula, sans bottles in my way. If I can get them out, please move. Now my plan really did involve not having bottles in the way. It did involve putting trees in, but I think the trees are going to have to wait. Now I need to do the exact same thing for the bottom that I just did for the top, or the horizon. I'm going to make sure that I have enough paint to go over my edge. So I guess I'm going to show that to you for right now. I could probably torch it. I'm going to add the same amount of, I'm going to add more paint so I can do the bottom. Lots more paint. I don't know if I can get this done in time for you guys to see all of it or not. I definitely want to get that dioxazine purple cap off. There are my colors. It would be so nice if you just open up. I did check these bottles before I started. Luckily I didn't put any more paint into my, come on, go through. Little skinny skewers are really good. Okay, I got 1 minute left to tell you guys, check out the end screen video, the exhibition video. We'll share with you what the monthly prizes are for those of you who contribute through PayPal or Patreon. And I'm going to do this sideways. I really like to stop running into bottles. And I want some more Chrysocolla. Whoops. And I want to not rush. I kind of feel like I could swipe that down pretty easily. Just for the sake of facilitating time. And then I can show it to you. And you can imagine that it's done. because it's not by a long shot.